Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hello, welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie, and we are going to talk about something that you might not love. And I believe that when you have an awareness around this word or this idea, it will help you achieve your goals. And so as you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from Minnesota, and it has been a great morning. A great morning. It really has. So, all right. We've been going through the book called Awareness Revolution. It is my husband, and it's our book. And it's a book that we really, truly believe if once you have an awareness around something, isn't it interesting how you don't know something and then you know it and you're like, I had no idea. And it opens up your mind to a new awareness of life. So we have taken a whole bunch of different topics. We have broken it down into just some things to help you think and give you an awareness in lots of different areas of your life. I'm moving my phone around. It's weird. All right. Actually, I'm going to go this way. So we are going to talk about, the chapter that I'm going to talk about is called Success is Boring. And you might be like, I don't like that. I don't like boring. I don't like boring food. I don't like my boring routine. And I'm going to tell you something. I heard a pastor, his name was Craig Rochelle, and I heard him talk about his routine. And he goes, listen, it's so boring. He's in great shape, great marriage, finances, like an incredible man, an incredible family, one of my husband's mentors. And I remember listening to him talk, and he said, you know, oftentimes people get bored, and guess what happens? They quit, they try something different, they deviate a little bit from their goals or their process or their, the habits that they're working on because they're bored. And so today's awareness isn't like this light bulb. It's legitimately the fact that I need you to understand that if your goal is to lose weight, the process, which I've been saying over the last couple of days in the lives, is I need you to commit to the process, not the end goal. If you commit to the process of getting to the goal, you'll hit it. But guess what the process might equal? The process might equal boring. It might be, you might feel bored with your food. You might be like, I have to go to the gym. I've been doing this for 6 months. Maybe, and you can always make things exciting. Please hear me on this. But in general, if you eat the same breakfast and you pack the same lunch and you have the same routine Monday through Friday and you're intermittent fasting, you go to the gym at noon or 7 a.m. or 7 p.m., like you have a routine. So that routine is called discipline. So in this chapter, I talked about success is boring. I talk about the slow and yet steady progress. Commit to the progress will get you to the goal that you want to achieve. People don't love the progress. They don't love that there isn't a spice to it. They don't love, and there can be. Please hear me on this. Like the process is the food that you eat. You can either be okay with having boring meals, the same meals, because in the end, it's going to get you to the goal. Or you have to be a really good cook and try some new keto meals and try some new different recipes. That takes time. And then people don't want the time in their progress. It takes time to make some new meals. So you've got to have this mindset of when I get bored or I get like, I'm always doing the same thing. I'm eating the same foods. Guess what? The most successful people in any area of their life, they've followed the process, they've enjoyed the process, and the process sometimes was boring. Little baby steps, the same steps, over time. So in general, we broke it down to consistency and discipline. You need consistency. You need to commit to your health journey for a year. I'll talk more about that later. You need to have discipline, same meals or trying new meals, not deviating, consistently intermittent fasting, consistently go to the gym when you don't feel like it, when you don't want to, when you want to go party, but you know you should go to the gym, or when you want to say yes to this, but you know that yes won't line up with your goals, so you're going to go a different way, right? When you look at people and you see the success they've had, they've gone through the process and they've gone through some of the boring parts of the discipline. It's a part of it. And so I want you to just and so we talked about consistency and discipline. My book is right here on my computer. We talk about mindset and self-reflection, and then we talk about just attitude, right? So I honestly get messages every week that say, I'm so bored of my food. Please give me a different idea. And I'm like, oh my goodness, tell me what you're eating. Totally fine. Here's some suggestions. Just so you know, Google has a plethora. Pinterest has a plethora. You can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com for a plethora, I like that word, of recipes. But those recipes take time, right? It might not fit into your dropping 1, 2, 3 kids, going here, going to the grocery store. Like in a busier season of life with work and or kids' school events, what I want you to understand is boring is okay. Boring it will keep you on track. Boring doesn't have to be in your mindset of like, I hate this. You could be like, oh my goodness, this is getting me to where I want to go. I'm going to stay disciplined. I'm going to follow my process. In order for me to get to the end goal of 50 pounds lost, or being healthier, or running the marathon, or paying off debt, or having a better marriage, is the process which requires consistent discipline over time. That's it. Are you bored? Because if you're bored, I'm going to say, that's great. That's totally great. Guess what? Keep going. When my kids come and tell me they're bored, I'm like, all right, just sit here for a little bit. When you want to get resourceful, go find something to do. When you want to try a new recipe, give yourself some extra time and go make a new recipe. If you're bored with your gym routine, go sign up for a new class. Oh, but that's scary. But it's okay because you're bored. Go try a new class. Don't quit. Don't quit on the diet. Don't quit on the gym routine. Don't quit. Just add in a little spice. Just a little bit. Change it up a little bit. Don't quit the process. Change it a little bit so it adds in a little extra flavor and you'll be just fine. So, all right. With this, we have some life-changing questions. My husband has them labeled life-changing questions. So if you want those questions, just post PDF below and I will send those to you. Otherwise, you can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com for recipes. I love that you said you needed to hear this. I think most people do, right? Like, okay, so I have eggs every single day. Am I bored? I mean, would I like a donut? Sure. Is that the process that's going to get me to my goal? Absolutely not. Do donuts taste good? Yeah. For 5 seconds. When I see somebody eating a donut, I'm just using that for an example, I shut my eyes for a second because I only like one specific donut. So it's really easy for me to say no to a donut unless it's this one donut. It's a cake donut with white frosting. And I always say it legitimately will only taste good for 5 seconds. I don't really need it because I'm going to enjoy it for 5 seconds and then the 5 seconds is gone and then it's done. So then I have to count myself to is it worth it? Would it taste good? For sure. Do I need it? No. Will I might regret it in 5 seconds because it's going to be gone and I'm going to be like this? Yes. Like I talk to myself. If you followed yesterday's live or the last couple lives, I said, stop listening to yourself. If I listen to myself, my mind might go, oh, it's just a donut. Not a big deal. You're going to walk around the fair all day. Go have the donut, which I did not have the donuts last night. My kids had some mini donuts. Or I have to talk to myself and go, nope, I'm not going to do it. You don't feel good when you eat that way. It's only 5 seconds of gratification and then it's gone. You can choose something different. Hey, eggs really align with your goal. Go drink a protein shake. Go have a cheese stick. I talk to myself. You have to do that. Sounds weird, but I'm telling you, You have to talk to yourself and tell yourself why you're doing the things that you're doing. I'm committed to the process. In order for me to hit the goals, do I have a big enough why? Do I really want to lose the weight? Do I really want to feel better? Do I really want to be stronger? Do I really want to run that marathon? Do I really want to be debt-free? Do I really want to have a great marriage? Do I really want to be a great parent? Then I'm going to follow the process for me to hit the goals. The process might be boring, and it's okay. So, all right. I love it. Rosalie said she's going to do that. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. Yesterday, I did fail. I did not do a live in the afternoon. We were at the fair from all day. I'm a fair goer. My kids ride rides. It's a free fair, meaning you don't have to pay to get in, but it's the largest county fair in Minnesota. And what's fun, and then we had CrossFit, and then we went back to the fair, is you buy the kids a wristband for $50, and they ride rides for the entire week, unlimited. I say all of that, but today I'm going to be back later this afternoon, and I am going to do a live. So I will draw a name. I promise, for some ketones. I will do an afternoon live giving you a keto tip, because we do have some commitments already. So I will not be at the fair all day today. I will come back later. Continue to tune in. See if your name is drawn this afternoon. Press the share button. Sharing is caring, and your name goes into a drawing. Otherwise, you can always send me a message. Reach out with questions. Ask your questions below. I hope you have a wonderful morning, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.